Great morning, great morning, great morning, you guys. Come on in, come on in. I meant to bring my tablet in so that I could share, but I'm just going to go ahead and share like this. Mm. Come on in, come on in. Let me share. Good morning, you guys. Great day, great day. Super excited to have you guys here. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. Let me know who's here and where you are tuning in from. Oh, today is real. Today is real. And it's really going to call us to task. Great morning. All right, y'all. Let me know who's here. Let me know who's here. And we're going to get started as the messages go out to let people know we're live. I'm running behind. Come on in. Come on in. Great morning, Phoenicia. How you doing, beautiful? Mm, good to see you. Angel number 22. Angel number 22. Mm, wow. You guys help me and go ahead and share. And I'm going to read angel number 22 in just a little bit. I want to get some folks on the line. Share, share, share. Share, share, share. Oh, there is a word today. There is a word today. God is so amazing and incredible when it comes to giving us what we need. And it may not be what we want, but it's absolutely what we need. So go ahead and share, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to start by letting you guys know what angel number 22 is. Angel number 22 is a symbol of strength, power, and resilience. It can also represent balance, harmony, and spiritual growth. When you see the number 22, it can be a sign that you have the inner strength and wisdom to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. You have more strength than you realize and can use it to navigate challenges and create positive change. You should find balance in your life, such as between work and personal time. You have the spiritual insight to navigate challenges and grow spiritually. You can use your talents to serve others and make a positive impact. You have many new opportunities coming your way, so be open minded and embrace them. You have a high spiritual understanding and wisdom to share with others. And if you're in a relationship, it can be a sign that you're in the right relationship. If you're not in a relationship, it can mean that you're about to find someone. Angel number 22, angel number 22, angel number 33, angel number 33. It's a spiritual sign that many believe is a positive message, that you are being guided and supported by a higher power and that you are on the right path. It is a symbol of personal growth and spiritual change or awakening. It is a reminder that you have the inner strength to overcome obstacles, that even the most difficult ones are temporary. It's linked to creativity and the arts, and it's designed to use your talents to their position fullest potential. It's a sign to be compassionate towards others and yourself. In love, it is a sign to heal from emotional wounds and embrace changes with an open heart. And it is a sign that your desires and manifestations will soon come true. Angel number 44. Great morning. I can see y'all today. I can see y'all today. I can see y'all today. Listen, they got it fixed. Okay. Angel number 44. Y'all, there's something with, it's rare that I have this progression of angel numbers this early in the live. Angel number 44 is a message from the angels that you are on the right path and that you are being guided by divine powers. It can also mean that your hard work is paying off and that you are close to achieving your goal. It is a reminder to build a solid foundation in all areas of your life, such as your career, relationships, or personal growth. It signifies divine support and protection and that you are being provided with the strength and courage to overcome obstacles. It is a reminder to stay focused and committed. It is a reminder that hard work and practical actions are equally important to spiritual support. It can signify financial success and the creation of a new beginning. And all of that ties in to what we're talking about today. Listen, I need you to understand something. Sometimes we're not even aware of how deeply things impact us. Sometimes we're not aware of how much the past failures, past challenges, past things that we've gone through affect us and hold on to us. Angel number 44 again. But all of these angel numbers, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 in progression are all saying the same thing, that you are on the right path, that you are on the right path, and you have the support from those from divine powers. Hey Tim, how you doing, friend? To support you in your journey. And I want you to understand this, because I'm telling you, there's something that God is getting ready to do, and I feel it all over me this morning. Listen, many of us have the favor of God upon our lives, but we're afraid to use it. We have the favor of God upon our lives, but we're afraid to use it. My God. We're afraid to use it because there's some things that have happened in the past. There's some things that have been said to us in the past. There's things that have been said about us in the past. And all of these things are coming back to bear upon you. And so now you begin to feel guilty about the favor that's on your life. You begin to doubt and question the favor that's on your life. Well, I came today to let you know that God is reminding you that his favor is upon you, and it is time for you to use it. God's favor is upon you, and it is time for you to use it. I had a dream last night, this morning. It was really this morning, because I was up and down throughout the night. I did not sleep solidly. I did not sleep soundly. I kept waking up. And when I had this dream, there were several segments to the dream. But this is what I want you to understand. In every place that I went, in every place that I found myself, I had God's favor upon me. If there was a line, I was able to go all the way to the front of the line. In one instance, it was me and some good friends of mine. We were at some place, right? And there were different things going on in this place. Listen now, listen. I'm going to tell y'all the dream, right? So there were 3 different major events happening in this place at the same time. There was a women's convention, a women's empowerment event. There was something for the field of communication. It was like our National Communication Association meeting. It was something like that, right? That was happening. That's where my PhD is. That's what my PhD is in. So there was something like that going on. And there was, this sounds so crazy, but a boxers and bikers event. A boxers and bikers event. But there were also wrestlers there, right? It was, a boxers and bikers event, but there were also all of these professional wrestlers there. So these 3 events are happening simultaneously in the same venue. Like they're all happening right there together. And so much was going on. But let me say this. We went to the women's empowerment event, right? We went to the women's empowerment event, and there was a couple of different places where food was being served. And we ended up going to this spot. They had all these different exotic meals, and there was a line. And so I walked up because I wanted to see what was up there. And I saw someone, and I said, is that good? Is that sea bass? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, is it good? And she said, yeah, it's really good. And I said, oh, okay. I said, the only thing about eating over here is that line is ridiculous. It's going to take a long time to get through the line. And she said, well, where are you right now? I said, I'm right here. She said, okay, then. And I was like, well, I don't want to, And she was like, angel number 55, girl, you better get your plate. I said, well, it's not just me. It's me and 2 of my friends. And she said, well, go ahead and fix the plates. So I began to fix the plates, right? And it was this different. I was asking, is this fish? What is this? And they were like, no, this isn't fish. It was something raccoon or something. I don't know. I was like, oh, no, we're not eating that, right? So I fixed the plate with the fish. And then I said, well, where are the sides? Are there sides? And she said, well, there are sides right there. So I said, well, are there any more mashed potatoes? And she was like, yeah, there's some mashed potatoes right there. So I began to scoop the mashed potatoes to put the mashed potatoes on the plate. But I put enough mashed potatoes on the plate. I put some on my plate, but I put some on another plate and another side on another plate for my friends, right? So I got all of our plates, and I'm trying to carry our plates and get to where my girls are, right? As I'm going there, there was I ran into some people. We're going, and I ran into someone whose uncle actually owned a restaurant. So we're going somewhere, and somebody said that they needed to get some liquor. I don't know what kind of liquor it was, but it was some kind of liquor. And I said, well, there's a liquor store up on the way to where we're going. I said, so what I'll do is you go ahead and do what you got to do, and then I'm going to meet you up there. So I met them up there. They went in the store. They got the liquor. We're going down. It's like a hill. It's, a lot of people, but we're going to this restaurant. One of my friends, his uncle owned an Italian restaurant. And so again, there was a line, and he was like, man, come on. And so we went in the restaurant. He saw his uncle, hugged his uncle. They were talking. His uncle said, oh, y'all go on back. And, we got this other food, and I said, and it was a child with us, and the child dropped their plate. And all the food came off the plate. And they said, oh, well, it's probably a good thing because I don't know what that was going to taste like, but this food is really good. So we go and we get seated, and someone said, they cut the line. I said, listen, I said, this is my friend's restaurant. We already had reservations. So, he had already arranged for us to come in and to sit down and to be able to eat. I said, so I'm sorry that, you feel like we cut the line. I said, but not sorry. And I went on and we went to our seats. Listen to me. Sometimes we won't walk in the full favor of God because we don't want to make other people feel some type of way. And it's not even necessarily a conscious thing, it is a subconscious thing. We feel like if we walk in the fullness of the favor of God, there are people who are going to be upset with us, people who are going to be jealous of us, people who are going to talk about us, people who are going to have something to say about what we do. And there will be. Not there might be, not there could be, but there will be. There will be people who are jealous of you. There will be people who resent you and the favor that's on your life. There are people who are going to talk about you and create scenarios in their mind because of God's favor on your life. However, that doesn't mean you stop walking in God's favor. That is an ultimate slap in the face of God, that he would place his favor upon your life to be a demonstration in the earth realm of what he is able to do. And then you refuse to walk in it because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings or you don't want somebody else to feel some type of way. I remember I was at an event, and this is not in a dream, this is in real life. I was at an event and we were going to a mansion party. And so we had to get on a bus, and it was a group of us. And I was at the front of the line for the group. And it was a bus there, and the bus had one more spot. And I had to make a decision about, was I going to get on that bus or was I going to stay back so that I could ride the bus with my friends, right? So I got on the bus. They felt some type of way that I got on the bus and I left them, right? But this is what I told them, and I meant this very sincerely. Sometimes God will send you alone ahead. He'll send you ahead alone so that you can already survey the land and prepare the way for those who are coming behind you. But if you're so afraid of walking in the favor of God, you'll miss the opportunity to be God's surveillance and the one that prepares the space for those to come. And you will be waiting on them. And you'll miss out on location. You'll miss out on opportunities. You see, when they got there, I was able to tell them, hey, this is our table. I got our table. Hey, this is where the food is. I was able to direct them and guide them. But had I not gone ahead, we all would have been looking and we probably would not have had a table. But because I went ahead, see, you can't be afraid to go ahead. You can't be afraid to go first. You can't be afraid to walk in God's favor. And right now, today, listen, this is my prayer. My prayer to God is that everything that's holding you back from going forward in the fullness of what God has prepared for you, the favor that God has ordained for you, be canceled, broken off of you in the name of Jesus. I cancel that spirit of people pleasing that is so heavy that you will not walk in what God has for you. I cancel that spirit of that sabotaging spirit, right? Of people pleasing, that sabotaging spirit of being afraid of what people think. That sabotaging spirit that says, you didn't make it last time. That sabotaging spirit that says, you're going to fail if you go all out. I cancel them in the name of Jesus. And I pray and declare that God will give you the strategies, the insight, the understanding, and the willingness to not sabotage what God is doing in your life right now. Because God's favor is upon you. And it's time for you to use it. It doesn't matter who didn't. It doesn't matter who wouldn't. It doesn't matter who couldn't. God has already prepared the hearts of those that he is called to walk with you. But you've got to go first. And you can't move in fear. You've got to move in confidence. When we begin to move in confidence, God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can think or ask. But we've got to move. Hey, my cousin. We've got to move. And not move lackadaisically. We've got to move with greater urgency. Y'all, and I listen, I'm talking to me too, y'all. Listen, let me tell y'all something that I realized. Oh, yeah, something's breaking. Something's breaking. Let me tell you something that I realized. I realized that God has me in a place where he's pulling up things that are deeply rooted in me. Fears, bad experiences, disappointments. And he'll use something in the present to trigger something from the past so that it can come up and be spit out, so that it can be purged out of me. Many of you are discovering things that you thought you had dealt with, things that you thought you were over, things that you thought were done, coming up, being triggered. And now you have to make the decision to face it and deal with it. Yes, cousin, break every stronghold off me, Lord. Every stronghold. For those who do this work, and it is work, and it is hard work. For those who do this work, the reward is everything that God has promised you. His favor has already gone ahead of you, preparing the way. And now it is up to you to walk it out. It's going to feel hard. It's going to feel lonely. It is. But go anyway. Do it anyway. There are people who are going to talk about you. There are people who are going to lie on you. There are people who are going to be jealous of you. There are people who are going to resent you. There are even people who will hate you and not understand why they hate you. But do it anyway. Do not allow the tricks and the schemes of the enemy to stop you. In this dream, there was also a scene where it was like there was something that I was to do, and there was an enemy. And it was like, well, the enemy, and someone who was with me said, the enemy, the enemy doesn't have power to stop what God is doing. You better keep going. Y'all, you're going to encounter the enemy. You're going to encounter the enemy in friends, family, in associates, in people around you, in your business, in your church. I'm telling you, you're going to encounter the enemy. And the enemy is not the people. but the enemy is the accuser of the brethren. The accuser of the brethren will use whosoever will allow themselves to be used. He does not care. His imps, angel number 77, are on assignment. Angel number 55 showed up too, y'all. His imps are on assignment to distract you, to destroy you, to get you off focus, off track. And it is up to you to stand on what God has said and what God has done in your life. Angel number 77. Let me do 55 first, because 55 came up first. Angel number 55 is a sign that you are on the right path in life and that positive changes are coming your way. It can also represent growth, change, and a spiritual awakening. Embrace change. Be open to new experiences and changes in your life, even if they seem daunting at first. Trust your intuition. Stay positive. Have faith. Release the past. Let go of negative patterns, unhealthy relationships, or limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Follow your heart. Stay true to yourself and follow your heart's desires. Act on opportunities. Trust your intuition and take the steps necessary to achieve your goals. Angel number 55. Now let's look at angel number 77. The number 77 is a sign from the universe to encourage you to grow, question, and develop a deeper understanding of yourself. It symbolizes self-expression and personal freedom. The number 77 is associated with wisdom and intuition. It is a sign that the universe is aligning to bring you good fortune and positive changes. It's a reminder to trust your instincts and embrace your personal values. It's associated with introspection, transformation, and self-discovery. And it can also represent detachment. There are things that you're going to have to detach from. Relationships, people, fears, thoughts, insecurities that you're going to have to detach from in order for you to walk in the fullness of all that God has prepared for you. That is a work that you must do. That is a work that you must do. And as you begin to do that work, you're going to see yourself go through change, growth, and transformation. It's okay, Christina. It starts with self-discovery. You've got to know that you're on the right path and you really operating fullness in the favor of God on your life requires you to examine yourself, your thought patterns, what's going on with you. Examine you, engage in introspection, and allow yourself to make the necessary changes to get rid of the limiting thoughts, the patterns and habits that are not working for you. And grow. Everything in the universe is calling you forth. The word of God says this: the earth groans for the children of God to arise. God is trying to grow us up. And do you know when we tend to grow up the most? When we're in situations that seem to be against us. We have to examine ourselves. We have to do the difficult work of looking at self and being honest with ourselves about what's going on, what's affecting us and how it's affecting us and why it's affecting us the way it's affecting us. Yesterday, I am on fire, y'all. When I tell y'all I am on fire, I am burning up. Yesterday, I had a meeting with my therapist, and we were having a conversation. And in the conversation, I said to her, I'm in a different place. There are things that would have normally taken me on a spiral or made me feel some type of way, and I'm not doing that. I'm not allowing that. I'm not allowing the enemy to play with my emotions or to make me feel some type of way. I'm in a place where I am willing to set boundaries. I'm in a place where I got to operate from a place of authenticity, truth, and accountability. And when people cannot handle those things, you have to release them and let them go. Our problem is we don't want to release people. We want everybody that started with us to go with us, and everyone who started with you won't go with you. You'll have people who go with you so far, and then you'll go with some other people. You understand? It doesn't mean the first people don't have value. It doesn't mean that time wasn't significant. But when the time is up, we struggle with letting go. We struggle with exiting. We struggle with releasing. But we create situations that become toxic and produce havoc in our lives unnecessarily. It's time to release those things, those places, and those people that no longer serve you. It's time to open yourself up to the new, to be willing to explore the new, to be willing to get uncomfortable so that you can grow. Wherever God sends you, his favor goes before you. And yes, there will be people who get upset because you got moved to the front of the line. And yes, there will be people who talk about you and who are jealous because you got the job that they thought they were going to get. You know, you did something that they wanted to do. Don't let that stop you. Walk in God's favor. And I hear the Spirit of the Lord saying, go. Go ye therefore into all the world. Go ye therefore into all the world. Go. It's time to go, confident that the favor of God has gone before you. And those who are called to you will hear you. Those you're supposed to work with, you'll work with. And those that you're not, you won't. And it doesn't mean something is wrong with you or something's wrong with them. God knows who's supposed to be with you in this season. God knows. And so it's time. It's time for you to walk in the fullness of that and go forth. Lisa said, well, I must really be growing. Phoenicia said, an on-time word. All I can do is give y'all what God gives me. And I know that this is not the season to allow survivor's guilt, survivor's remorse, winner's guilt, winner's remorse, favor guilt, favor remorse, to stop you from being an example of what God is doing in the earth. The question is, will you go? Will you go? Go forth confidently. Examine yourself. Do the work on you so that you can become who God needs you to be for where he's taking you. It's time to stretch. It's time to stretch. It's time to stretch. You got to let go of some stuff. Tanisha, you got to let go of some stuff, some people, some situations, some circumstances. You got to let go of some stuff. Angel number 88. Angel number 88. We started the month with those eights. That's right. Camille, he'll move. You can go willingly or he will move you forcefully. Like one way or the other, you got to go. One way or the other, you've got to go. Angel number 88 can represent a significant upcoming success in your life. It can also signify that your hard work and determination are paying off. It can represent positive changes that may affect your career or home life. These changes can bring a newfound positivity to your life and mark the start of a new phase. The number 88 can emphasize the importance of taking responsibility for your current situation. It can also be a reminder to be cautious with final decisions. It can symbolize integrity, inspiration, and creativity. It can symbolize knowledge and intuition, and it can symbolize business. The number 8 is associated with abundance, prosperity, and success. It can represent the potential to achieve desired levels of abundance and manifestation. But we've got to do the work, y'all. We got to do the work. Got to stop hiding behind past failures or even past successes. We got to stop hiding behind limiting beliefs. We got to stop hiding behind our saboteurs. We got to stop hiding. Blaze the trail. Go first. Go alone, but go. And release the hurt and the disappointment. Release the hurt and the disappointment of past relationships, past business endeavors, past attempts. Release it all. This is extremely significant to me, particularly right now. I told you guys that I'm doing the Pips, Praise, and Profits reboot. And it was a morning trading group where we praised God and we were in the word and we traded. So we caught pips, we praised God, and we got profits. And God called me to reboot it. He called me to reboot it. And I've been told that I need to start it back up. I needed to start it back up. I needed to start it back up. But because of the trauma I experienced, I let that trauma prevent me from doing something that God had graced and favored me to do. And that is teach and make simple how to trade Forex, how to trade, period. And God has called me back to that space. When I started the group the first time, there were maybe 3 to 5 of us, just people on our team. Within 2 weeks, we had hundreds of people in the group. Within 30 days, we had over 1,000 people in the group. People who wanted help, needed help, were looking for help. And I was able to help them understand the basics of trading, the market, of setting up, of pips and how to catch them, and, gave them some strategies for trading. But then that favor created resentment. And someone who, in my mind, should not have been bothered by little old me was. And I allowed that experience to impact me. deeply. It's time for us to do what it is God is calling us to do, knowing that if He called you to it, He'll bring you through it. If He called you to it, He'll bring you through it. When we're honest with ourselves about ourselves, how things have affected us, and we deal with what's at the root of it, we can heal and move forward. On um, tomorrow's my first day doing Pips, Praise, and Profits Reboot. We're going to go live, and I'm going to teach people how to set up MetaTrader 5, how to do their settings, how to take a trade. If you've ever wanted to learn Forex, if you've ever wanted to learn how to become an investor in the largest financial market in the world, this is an opportunity for you to do it. This group is not a paid group. You can participate for free. I just want to help some people not be afraid of the space and be able to take advantage of what the space offers, right? And if that's you, I want you to message me reboot. I want you to message me reboot. Okay. And I will put you in the group. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is create a new group and people will be able to join the new group. I'll put you guys in the new group and we'll start fresh. Because it's not about the numbers, right? Also on Sunday, the 17th, 18th, and 19th, we are going to do a boot camp, a Pips, Praise, and Profits boot camp. The cost of that boot camp, it's a 3-day boot camp. Coming out of it, you're going to know how to trade, right? You're going to have strategies and you will know how to make money in the market. Then we'll have the Pips, Praise, and Profits reboot group to support you in that, right? And continue a journey. We've got a plan that we're